first time you open ArchiCAD, you're going to see this ArchiCAD graphic user interface like this. So I'm going to be explaining all what you are seeing on the screen right now. So first of all, let's explain the title bar. The title bar is located here. That is where the name with which you have saved your project or your file appears. So it's untitled because it has not been saved. So by default, it's written this way, untitled. So this 64 ArchiCAD 64 20 64 means the operating system, the operating bit. So that is 64-bit operating system. So this 20 is the version of the ArchiCAD you are using. So you can see this is version 20. That is why it's showing 20 here. If it is version 24, it's going to show here. Another version, it will show here. So now under this title bar, you're going to see the menu bar. The menu bar contains file, edit, view, design, document, options, teamwork, window, help. So this CAD image you are seeing here is because I have installed a CAD image plugin. So that is just a plugin for the CAD image tool which I have installed on this my PC. That's why it's showing here. When you install some other plugins, for example, like Lumion plugin as a live sync, you are going to see live sync. That is Lumion live sync is going to show here. So when you install some other rendering softwares plugin like Enscape, it's going to show here. That is Enscape. So with time we will all do that. Now this menu bar that contains all these houses these tools which you are seeing here. They houses them. So that is to say these tools can be removed, but this menu bar cannot be removed. So they are permanently docked at this point you are seeing. They can't be removed because it is through these tools that we can bring out all these tools you are seeing. So when you click them, you will see what is under the tools. So we can decide to make use of them directly, or we can just use this. Remember, it's not everything that is on the screen. It's not everything that is under this menu bar that is on the screen here. You understand? So these are just things you can as well use. But if there are deeper things you need, you will get them under this menu bar, inside this menu bar. So now under this standard bar, that is under this menu bar, you are going to get the standard bar. This standard bar, I call them auxiliary tool. They are they serve as an as a helping tool when you are working on any project. For example, if you are working on a project, let's say you're drawing something and you want to measure what you have drawn, you can come to this standard bar. You see this measure, you can pick your measure and do whatever you want to do. Let's say you have drawn, let's say this particular, let's say you design a window and you want to pick that window quality or property and match to other windows so that they can appear like this. So you can use this pickup parameter and this. So you pick up a particular parameter and match to other ones. They will now assume the quality or the shape, everything about that. They will now assume it. So that is what these tools are all about in this standard bar. So by default, it's located here. So and they are dockable. Now, for we to get started, we're going to focus more on these three palettes. So what are the palettes? We are going to talk about these two box palettes. You can see the two box palettes. So this is the two box palette. We're also going to talk about information box palette and the navigator palette. So this is the navigator palette. So these two box palettes, they are used for selecting, modeling, and drafting. So you can see it has arrow to marquee tool. They are used for selection. Use it to select. So this design, they are tools we use for modeling. You can see under them you have your word tool, dot tool, window, column tool, and all that. If you check through, you will see the tools that we have. So subsequent ArchiCAD versions or newest versions of ArchiCAD, they have additional tools. So they are, once you know how to make use of some of these tools, so getting newer versions is not a difficult thing to just learn. Just follow the instructions and you will see them how to do it. So under this document, we have the drafting tools. So we use them to draft. You can see them, dimension to use it to dimension, level, dimension to text to and all that. So we're going to make use of all these tools you are seeing as time when we start into the course. We're going to make use of all these tools so that you will see their various functions and how to use them. So, and now these tools are also dockable. You can remove this, you can take it out of here. You can see, you can take it out of here. You can still replace it back. You can carry it, move it around your computer anywhere, anyhow you choose. So now this we're going to talk about these uh, information information box palette. This information box palette displays information of any tool that is selected. So whatever that is selected, it displays the information. Also, when we have drawn something here and we select anything that we have drawn, its own information is going to display. So for instance, the information that is displayed here is the information of this wall. So you can as well scroll the wheel of your mouse to get more information of that. You can see. So when we select our window, our door tool, for instance, you will see that it will display its own information. So anything that you selected, the information displays here. You can select other ones. You can see its own information. If you come to, let's go to that document. You see, let me select this dimension tool. You see its own information has been displayed. So that is what this information tool is all about. And when you want to edit uh, the information, you know, they have their default information, so you can edit them. So you come to this settings dialog. That is the first thing that you always see there. You can see settings dialog. You click on it. So when you click on it, you wait for the dialog box to display. So a dialog box has displayed. So you begin to set. You choose your doors and all that. You begin to set your door and all that. So we'll all come to that when it's time. So if you don't click here once, you can as well double click on the tool so that it will display the information. So you can double click here. When I mean double click, I mean we left click twice. So you see it's the same dialog box that displayed. So that is for this for now. So with time we're going to make use of them practically so you will see how it is. So now look at this other palette, that is the navigator palette. This navigator palette it can as well be hidden. For example, if you want to hide it, so you can come here, you say hide navigator, you can hide it. So and we know we can hide it. The reason why we can hide it, we should hide it sometimes maybe to if you want to have a larger drawing area or working space, so you can hide them. But if you feel like they're not disturbing you, you want it permanently uh, showing, you can always bring it back. So now what is this the function of this navigator palette? This is your project navigation window. This palette gives you access to all your views. It gives you access to all your views, your sheets and lists. It will be located here by default. So it's always here. It doesn't mean you cannot move it. You can interchangeably move it to this point and move this other one to this point. So you can interchange it with this design. So anyhow you want to do it, you maybe you want to customize it that way. But by default, this is how they are located. This palette is located at the right hand side. This navigator palette. Why this toolbox palette is located at the left hand side? Why this information bar is located here? We'll first of all walk you through the ArchiCAD graphics user interface. So when I mean ArchiCAD graphics user interface, I'm talking about all these you are seeing. We need to note to know the functions of all these. We need to know their meaning, the name, where, when, and how to use them. So, and now we're going to first of all start by introducing these all what you are seeing on the screen. That is the ArchiCAD environment. So looking at the top, let's start from the top here. You will see Untitled Graphics ArchiCAD 6420. So this Untitled by default is written this way. It simply means that the project has not been saved. So that is why it said Untitled. So when we save this project, so for instance, we save it like 2-bedroom bungalow or 2-bedroom duplex, it's going to appear 2-bedroom bungalow or 2-bedroom duplex here. And then graphics soft will always be here, ArchiCAD 64. This 64 is your operating bit. So, and this software is 64-bit operating system. So this version 20, this 20 here is the version of the ArchiCAD. So it is, we know we are using version 20. That is why you are seeing this version 20 here. So supposing we are using version 24 or other versions, it will appear 24, let's say 19, version 19, it will appear 19, so another. So now under this title bar, you're going to see your file, edit, view, uh, design, document, options, teamwork, window, help. All these are what we call the menu bar. So this menu bar, when you click each of them, you will see the keys here. You will see the tools under them. You see what is under them. So this menu bar contains all these tools you are seeing on the screen here. It contains all these tools. So by default, it's always here, and you cannot move them, you cannot close them, you cannot dock them around. It's always permanently docked here. So this menu bar, in case any of these tools are being removed and maybe you are looking for a way to retrieve them and you don't know how to do that, you can retrieve them under this menu bar. So I will show you when we get to the stage. Just continue with the video. So you can also see these tools here under the menu bar. The tools here are called standard bar. So these standard toolbars are auxiliary bars. We use them when we are working, and it helps us to make decisions and also to get some things that we need to make use of. So for example, this undo, you can see undo here, and you can see the shortcut Control Z. So when you hold our control, you press your Z to undo. So you can see redo, Control Shift Z. Then you can also see some other tools, auxiliary tools here. You can see find and select tool. You can see pick up parameter. You can see inject parameter. So this you can use them to pick up a parameter of something and then match to another object related to it, or another object same as that object. For example, you can pick up a parameter of, you have two doors, you've drawn two doors, and then you want to pick up a parameter of one door and match it to the other door so that the second door can resemble the first door with which you picked its parameter. So that is what this tool, it helps us to, you can also see the function, I mean the shortcut. So this shortcut helps us to work faster. So you can also see some other tools here. So we'll make use of all these tools with time, and when we get to their stage, you can see measure. So you can use it to measure, and you can also see some tools here are faint. The reason they are faint is because the right thing that when you select, it will appear. There are things that you will select on the screen here, and it will appear, trying to give you room to make use of them. So there are things that you will select that will not concern you, it will still remain faint. Whereas there are things that when you select them, it concerns them. So it will also to give you room, you can make use of them. So that is for this standard bar. You can also bring them out of here. You can dock them anywhere on the screen. You can move them out of this place, and then you can also take them back. You can close them. Like I said earlier, you can close all these things you are seeing, and what will be left is just this your menu bar. So also in this menu, in this to explanation of this, we are going to focus more on three major palettes, and the three major palettes are these two box palette, your window palette, and then your navigator palette. So now this two box palette contains It contains your selection, your modeling, and your drafting tools. So when I mean selection tool, we'll talk about your arrow tool, your marquee tool. We use them to select. Then this design tool, we use them. This is a modeling tool. We use them to model. You can see your wall tool, you see your door tool. So all these are your modeling tools. Now you see your drafting tools. You can see them. So all these ones we use them to draft, and you can see more. These are kind of additional tools. So now this toolbox by default is located here. That is at the left hand side of your screen. So you can also see your information bar. This your information bar talks about information of whatever tool that is selected. For instance, when we select this our door tool, for instance, you will see that its own information displays. So information of whatever that is selected displays here. So you can see you can also scroll down the wheel of your mouse. You scroll it forward and backward to see more of the tools. So you can, if you select another tool here, you see its own information displays. So you can also scroll this, and then also any tool that you select here, any tool that you select here, or anything that is selected on the screen here, its own information is going to display here, so that you can always make can always, this tool is more like edit command. This information bar is more like edit command. When you select something here, it will like give you room to edit that which you have selected. You can see this column 2, so you can, it gives you room to edit the two, so that when after editing them you can insert it. Supposing you have inserted a column and you not edit them, you can always select it here and then go to your edit toolbar or your information bar and edit them. So that's just what it's all about. Now it can also be moved around. It's dockable. You can move it out of here. You can move it out of here. See, I moved it out. You can also return it. You can move it anywhere. You can take it back. So likewise is your toolbox. Now we're going to explain the third palette, which is your navigator palette. So this your navigator palette is, you see, is hidden, so you can make it permanent. You click here, then you come to this place, you say show navigator to always be here. So but most times we want maybe depending on the project we're working on, if we're working on a large project and you need a very large working space and you feel this is making you not to see your project well, you can always close this so you can have a wider space. You can also try to reduce this, or you try to enlarge it. Okay, this is the minimum, this is the least you can reduce it, so you can expand it. You see, you can expand it, you can shrink it. So so you see, you can also hide it. You can hide it. You see, and anytime you want to make use of them, when you come here, you see them, and after making use of them, after making you click outside to remain hidden. So let's make it show. Now this your navigator palette is your project navigation window. It helps us to access our views. You can see your views, our list and sheets. So you can see your list and your sheets. So here we print here. You see A4. You can edit this A4 paper maybe to your own size, or you can even create a new master layout. You can create it. So after your work, you can copy whatever work you want to print. You copy it. You go to this. So you go to this place and then place it here, and then you can edit the title block. So we all do that when we come to the stage. So this is just we're just introducing you to this graphics interface. So I'm going to come back to this view window and then I'll click on my down floor so that I return back. So you can also see your 3D. You can click on this 3D to view your work in 3D. So we're also going to explain. You can see this thing that looks like cardinal points. So this is your elevation marker. So you use this side to view west. So you can, it's expected that your project is supposed to be inside here, so this arrow can cover it all. So this is your east elevation, this is your south elevation. So when you select any one, then you can right click and view it, or you can come here, see your north elevation, you build it, you click on it, it will view this north side. You see the north side. When you click on this north, it's going to view this. So we'll make use of it. Now when you come under here, you see the command bar. So it has to do with your panning and zooming tools. You have some panning and zooming tools. You can also use your mouse to pan in and zoom in. You see all this while I've been talking, you can see I've been moving my all these things around. So how am I doing that? On my mouse, or with my mouse, if I scroll forward, the scroll wheel at the center of your mouse button, the center of your mouse. So when you scroll forward, it's going to zoom in. When you scroll backward, it's going to zoom out. Now it also zooms with respect to where you place your cursor. You see, if I want to zoom here particularly, I can bring my cursor here, and then I'll move the scroll wheel forward. You see, I'm zooming in. Now supposing I want to zoom in this side, so I can always come here. You see, I'm zooming in. Now I want to zoom out. Just you play around with it. Just know that when you scroll front, you are zooming in. When you scroll backward, you are zooming out. And then you can also palm. You can palm this around. So how do you palm? You press down this your scroll button at the center of this your mouse. You press it down, then you can see the cursor has changed to a hand. So you can palm it around. You see, I'm palming it around. So you can palm it around. You can palm it around. So all these they are all very important. So uh, that is all. So we are going to go straight to the next thing, and we're going to talk about toggling, view toggling. So when you can also this is in ground floor, so we want to view uh, first floor. So we're going to hold our shift and press your F2. You see, it's in story 1. So if you hold it again and press your F2, it will go to story 2. Now you see, story 2 seems to be uh, the last story here. So supposing we want 4-story or 3-story, so we are still going to hold our shift and press our F2. So it gives us room to create our story 3. So you type in your you just name it story 3, and then you click OK here. It goes ahead, or you just click OK. It will automatically name itself story 3. So, but I don't want to create it yet. So now I want to view in 3D. So if you want to view all in 3D, just hold your shift and then press your F3. It will view it in 3D. Now supposing we want to view our work in we want to view a particular thing in 3D, not the whole of our work. For instance, we have our wall and we have our window. I want to view only our window, so we'll select the window and then we'll hold our shift, press your F5. So it will only view that. Nothing, I pressed that, nothing is showing because we've not drawn anything. We are still explaining the graphic user interface. So now this white environment here you are seeing is your drawing area. This is where you draw whatever you want to draw. You draw it here. So this is your ArchiCAD drawing area. You draw whatever you want to draw. You can draw it anywhere. You can move this. This is just to help you view the side which you have drawn. So you can move it away by clicking on it. You click. After you click once, you click again. Now there are also box that will appear, and these boxes are dockable. You can see, you can move them. So and now this box helps you to guide you on what you want to do. So when you bring your cursor close to what you are seeing here, you see what is telling you. You see the information is telling you here. You see break selection. So if you want to break this, you can break that. But I want to drag it, so I will just come here and then you click on it. You drag. So when you are dragging, if you want to drag it, let it be horizontal, let it not be slant. You can see. So You can see the angle and the distance, so you can always hold your shift. You see, this shift will help you to move it without moving it other than 180 or 90 degrees or 0 degrees. So you can say I moved it this way. When you move, you click, you can remove your shift. Make sure you hold your shift. Now we want to, as we have moved this one, we want to stretch this way. So you click on one side. When you click on one side, you see a different box has just appeared. So this command box, you can see stretch. So I'm going to look for stretch. If you still want to drag it again, it's still ready for dragging. But if you click on this stretch, you see that it can only stretch here. And when it is stretching here, you don't need to hold your shift again to stretch. So you can stretch it this way. You can also come here and then you click on it. So the last, you see, it's still under stretch because the last thing we executed here was stretch. So click. Now we want to move this other one. So we click on it. We click on the middle. You see its own box just displayed. So we want to drag it away. So we'll drag it upward. Then you can stretch it. So you see. So that is just about what this is after. So you can draw anywhere.